Next, kita tengok tentang free fall. Free fall. What is free fall? Free fall adalah any object that falls due to gravitational force only. So this is the only reason why the object falls. Okay. And then kita ada gravitational field strength. Okay, gravitational field strength. Simbol dia selalunya G. Small letter G. And then daripada eksperimen, kita dapati from experiments, the value of G ni adalah 9.81. Formula ni kita boleh gunakan juga untuk settlekan soalan. So kita ada 3 jenis formula ni. Sebenarnya formula ni lebih kurang sama je macam yang ni. Perasan tak? Ni the first one, V equals to U plus AT. B squared equals to U squared plus 2S. S equals to UT plus half AT squared. Apa beza dengan yang ni? Bezanya kat sini, yang tadi A tu, kita jadikan G. Tadi it was A kat sini. A tu for acceleration. Tapi, bila kita nak guna equation ni, the acceleration is G. Yang ni, 2 squared to AS. Ini G. A tu jadi G. S tu adalah time. S tu adalah displacement. Nanti kita tengok contoh soalan. Okay. Kita contoh soalan. So now kita ada satu graph. Graph apa? Kita ada graph velocity against time. Jadi kita tengok graph ni adalah combinations of. Okay, kita tengok satu. Kita tengok velocity ni. Nampak kat sini? Oh, tak nampak dah. Dia increases. Nampak tak? Tapi satu, at one point, the velocity starts to become constant. Okay, nampak tak? Kan? Same for feather. Feather pun sama. Okay, at first, the velocity increases. Tapi at one point, the velocity starts to become constant. Alright? Jadi, tadi kita dah belajar lah. Kita belajar formula graph. If we have a graph of velocity against time, so this graph can give us apa? Acceleration against time. Jadi kalau dia straight macam ni, that means kita ada constant gradient. That means kita ada constant acceleration. Tapi bila velocity tu velocity constant, what can we say? Okay, so maksudnya kat sini lah. Velocity tu constant kat sini. So here the gradient is 0. So if the gradient is 0, that means acceleration is 0 because the gradient of graph V against T gives us the acceleration. Hence, here acceleration is 0 kat sini. So this is how we draw. Jadi drawing tu tak semestinya soalan tanya tentang you to tak semestinya soalan ask you to draw. Jadi boleh jadi soalan tak suruh pun draw, tapi soalan asking you questions and you need to check balik lah your understanding of the topic ataupun concept of the graphs too. Okay, here. What is the first question? The first question asks you name two forces acting on the feather and the plastic ball. So, question asks you two forces. Okay, kita baru belajar tadi, baru sebut tadi topik, subtopik free fall. So, free fall tadi, what's the definition? Kita kata any object that falls only due to gravitational pull. Okay. Alright. Jadi kat sini obviously this object dia ada a force pulling it downward. Betul tak? Anything. So sekarang ni whatever in front of you, you jatuhkan dia, mesti dia akan jatuh turun ke bawah. Dia takkan tiba-tiba terapung kan? Sebab kita tak duduk dekat outer space. Kan? Dalam bumi ni, kita akan sentiasa ada gravitational pull. So we call the object will fall due to the weight lah, ataupun due to gravitational pull. Same goes for the feather. Feather ni pun dia akan fall due to the weight. Tapi nampak macam feather ni weightless, tapi dia still ada weight. Kalau letak dalam on the weighing balance, kita still nampak value. Okay. Tapi ni dia tak ada cakap apa-apa kan. Dia tak ada bagi statement apa-apa yang menunjukkan ada certain situation ataupun dia ada special apa orang kata lalu kita berkata in vacuum ke whatsoever. So that means this is just in room kan, common room ataupun dalam lab. Okay. Now dalam lab kita ada air kan around us. Betul tak? Ada air around us. Jadi another force acting is the air resistance. Okay, sama juga dengan the feather. Ada air resistance. Alright. Jadi what are the two forces? So first is the weight and another one is the air resistance. So kita tahu lah, air resistance is a kind of force. Weight is also a kind of force. Now, using the graph, explain the motion of both objects. Okay. So now, kita kata based on diagram 1.2, explain motion of both objects. So what can you say about both objects? Kita nampak the values from the graph, kita nampak value of the velocity ni for the plastic ball, it's slightly higher kan? Feather ni dia bawah sikit. Tapi, what about the pattern? Pattern dia nampak sama kan? Apa persamaan pattern dia? Daripada ni, kita dapati dia ada satu part, velocity increases, then velocity tu macam constant. Betul tak? For both of them. Jadi kita boleh concludekan for both objects, how do you explain the motion? For both objects, kita kata both of them, velocity increases. Sampai bila velocity increases? It increase sampai until becomes constant. Okay. Now, state which object will reach the ground first. State which object will reach the ground first. Jadi, dia kata kat sini state which object will reach the ground first. Jadi, sekarang ni dia tak beritahu ada condition, ada vacuum ke apa, tak ada. Jadi, the condition ni kalau dalam room, condition room biasa, ada air. Jadi, which one will fall first? Obviously, the plastic ball. Nampak tak?
Nampak, teacher.
Now, explain your answer in B2. So, your answer would be, sebab plastic ball ni ada less air resistance. Kan? Kalau ni, feather, larger surface area. Kalau ball, so this is the surface area. Kan? Jadi, less air resistance kat sini. Ni more air resistance. Jadi, bila ada more air resistance, force tu bigger than the weight. Now, the feather and the plastic ball are now dropped in vacuum. Okay? So, ini dalam yang video kita tengok tadi lah. So, how do you compare the motion of the two objects? What do you think the answer would be? What did you saw? What did you see just now? From the video, we see that
They both fall at the same time.
Yes. They both have same velocity, or maybe you can say tadi they both fall exactly at the same time. Ataupun you can say, kalau kita dah betul-betul faham, both of them moving with acceleration constant, and we know the value of the acceleration. So what's the acceleration? 9.81 meter per second squared. So this related, relate back to ni lah, the concept ni. Kita free fall, tak boleh nak tunjuk saya punya ni. So kita tahu free fall, dia ada value constant which is 9.81 meters per second squared. Bila tu? Bila vacuum ataupun bila betul-betul kerana gravitational force only. Okay. And then, sebelum kita tengok momentum, ada satu lagi subtopik, inertia. So what is inertia? So itu sebenarnya inertia lah, concept of inertia. So what is inertia? Jadi inertia, so it has its own definition dia. It's a tendency ataupun definition dia adalah ability something. Apa ability dia? Tendency something to resist any changes acting on it. So that's inertia. So maksudnya if it is at rest, dia resist any changes on it. Dia nak remain at rest. Dia tak nak berubah. Macam siapa? Macam kita ke? Ataupun macam if it is moving, it wants to continue moving. Dia tak nak ada perubahan kepada dia. Jadi dia ability ataupun tendency to resist changes on it. Okay. So and then we need to know inertia is not a physical quantity. Maksudnya dia tak ada unit for inertia. So kalau dia tak ada physical quantity, so what it is? It's just a concept. Okay. Kita tak boleh, we cannot measure inertia, but we can see the effect of inertia. Macam tadi kan? So we just can see the effect. Now, and then we need to know that inertia is related to Newton's first law. Kita ada 3 Newton's laws. Okay, and then the first law states that an object at rest will remain at rest. If object is moving with constant velocity, it will remain moving with constant velocity. And these two applies if there is no external force. So maksudnya kalau ada external force, mungkin dua-dua ni dah tak berterusan. You understand? Boleh bayang lah kan?
Boleh teacher.
Alright. Jadi inertia also, inertia ni ada kaitan dengan mass. So macam mana? If the mass higher, the higher the mass, the more difficult to stop ataupun to start a moving object. So kita kata bigger mass, bigger inertia. So maksudnya bigger mass ada higher time taken for it to stop ke, to move ke. Macam ni contohnya. This is very common example. Kalau saya ada apa tu? Jadi kat sini kan, if this is a baby kecil, and then ni you Syuman. Tu Syuman. Ni Syuman. What is your weight? 40 contohlah. 40 kg, so that means 400 Newton lah. Sorry. 40 kg, jadi weight dia 40 times 9.81. Tekanlah calculator. So that's the weight. Ni baby ni. Baby, let's say the mass 7 kg. Weight dia 7 times 9.81. Who is heavier? Cuma 40 kg lah. Jadi, based on your experience, kan, siapa yang lagi senang nak ditolak untuk start berayun? Baby ke you?
The baby.
The baby. Why? Because it has less mass. Okay, now dah berayun. Siapa yang easily can stop? The baby as well. Kenapa? Sebab dia ada less mass. Sebab apa? Nak start, tadi dia tak bergerak. Okay, the baby is stationary. Jadi dia nak bergerak tu, something is trying to change it kan. The baby is now stationary, tapi ada a force trying to change the condition of the baby. Jadi the baby wants to resist the change. Jadi tapi the baby ni, because the mass is smaller, jadi dia punya resistance tu less compared to orang yang ada higher mass. Okay, second example. Ni jadi kita nak ada hill. Contohnya kita ada lori. Okay, and then at the same time kita ada motorcycle. Ni heavy load. Siapa yang akan laju turun ke bawah? Kan? Mestilah the lorry due to the mass yang high. Okay, tapi katalah dia nak stop. Siapa easily can stop? The motorcycle or the lorry?
Motorcycle.
The motorcycle. Why? Because mass low. This one mass dia high. Jadi dia very difficult to stop. Macam tu lah. Alright? Okay. So that's about inertia. 2.1 shows an empty pickup truck. Diagram 2.2 shows the same pickup truck carrying a crate. Okay. Now, what is meant by inertia? So, what's your answer tadi? Inertia tu adalah tentang tendency ataupun ability. Ability dia apa? Resist something. Ability dia apa?
Ability of an object to remain at rest or constant velocity.
Okay, betul. Jadi mesti ada perkataan keyword dia tu lah. Keyword dia tadi adalah apa? Ability ataupun apa dia? Tendency. Okay. Tendency dia apa? Dia sama ada ni lah. Ni first kena ada the first word. Is it a concept? Is it faham tak? Contoh kan macam soalan contoh ni contoh soalan lain dia kata what is contoh lah diode. So diode ni kita tahu dia adalah a device. So kita akan jawab lah. It is a device that so kena ada perkataan ni. Dia device. Dia bukan sebarang objek. Dia adalah device. Ataupun soalan tanya what is diffraction? Remember diffraction? Okay. So kita nak jawab definition dia. Diffraction is it a thing? Is it a device? Is it apa? It's a phenomena where kena sebut dulu lah. Dia apa dia? Dia adalah objek ke apa ke, device ke, faham tak? So kalau inertia ni dia adalah konsep yang macam mana? It's a tendency. Tendency apa? Tendency of an object to stay, to resist any changes on it. Saya tulislah yang panjang tadi tu yang you cakap tadi. It remains at rest or moving with constant velocity. Now compare the mass of the pickup truck 2.1 and 2.2. Jadi kita tengoklah dia sama tapi sini ada extra. Jadi jawapan kita apa? Macam mana nak jawab soalan comparison? So kita katalah diagram 2.2 has higher mass. Jadi how do you answer? So soalan nak mass. Jadi cakap lah, mass of diagram 2.2 higher than diagram 2.1. Okay, boleh tak guna simbol ni? Boleh.